Hey everybody, it's Thomas. I'm now on my third video of the World Cup. I'm going to talk about Spain versus South Africa. Game finished 3-1 to Spain, but let me tell you, the result did not reflect the game whatsoever. Without wasting any time, let's go straight into the key points. So, Spain started the game pretty well, dominating possession, tiki-taka football, pass, but didn't create anything. And as soon as South Africa got the ball, they did not think twice. They just went as straight as an arrow. Counter-attacking football, and they got a player called Thembi Kgatlana, number 11. Let me tell you, she is fast. Maybe not as fast as Elodie Domise that used to play for France. Maybe she is, I don't know, but she's definitely the fastest player I've seen in a long time, and she's going to create havoc with the opponent's defense in every single game, because that's South Africa's style of play: defend, counter-attack, straight as an arrow. So yeah, 25 minutes in, counter-attack chance for for South Africa. Kgatlana caught the effort around the goalkeeper, top right corner, nice shot. But to be fair, I do think the Spanish goalkeeper Sandra Paños could have done a bit better. She could have parried it, I believe. But anyway, let's not take any credit away from Kgatlana, who was the best player for South Africa all game, with maybe the central defender Van Wyk, but we'll get into that later. And yeah, South Africa, the only thing I can criticize from on their performance was they maybe could have scored 1, 2, maybe even a third goal in the first half and really killed it off, but they didn't manage to do that, and they left Spain a chance, even though Spain was dreadful in the first half. They passed the ball left and right, it was slow, they didn't shoot. Very disappointing by Spain, especially with their standards. But yeah, let's go straight into the second half, where Spain scored 3 goals, but 2 of them from penalties, which the first one of the 70th minute, Jennifer Hermoso scored, and it was definitely a penalty. The hands of Van Wyk were up here and the ball hit her, and although the ball was not going into the goal, Van Wyk's hands should not be there, so that penalty is completely justified. Cool as a cucumber, Jennifer Hermoso went to the spot and slotted it in, and then 10 minutes later, the 82nd minute, another penalty, and let me tell you, this time it's Nofendo Vilakazi who committed the offense, but I put offense like this because she just cleared the ball and her foot followed through and it hit the inner thigh of the Spanish player. It was not on purpose, I don't think. There's no reason to do that on purpose at that time of the game. Nobody saw it initially. Referee went to VAR, decided to overturn it, but then again, replays slow stuff down and they make them seem worse than they actually were. So very harsh call against South Africa. Excuse me, can't speak. Again, Jennifer Hermoso went to the spot, made it 2-1. But again, give her credit, she scored the goal under pressure. And then Spain finished them off with a third goal at the 89th minute. Nice play by Garcia, who went around the goalkeeper after a nice through ball and just slotted the ball in. So yeah, Spain 3, South Africa 1, but South Africa defended valiantly the entire game, and they deserved a draw in my opinion. Spain didn't create anything. They got those 2 penalties, and they'll need to be much better in the second game. And they need to show what they can do, because the first performance was very disappointing. Anyway, let's head into the players that had a good performance. So, for me, the best player on the pitch in terms of technical ability, vision, control of the ball is a player called Alexia Putellas, number 11 for Spain. She, I'm just looking at my notes, but she breaks the lines, she plays one-touch football, she plays 1-2s, she moves well without the ball. Technically, she's very impressive. And in the first half, she even had like a sombrero attempt in the box to try and score a goal. I was blown away by how good she was and how calm she was. And for me, she was the best player on the pitch by a mile. She kind of drifted off in the second half. She was even subbed out around the 70th minute mark, but what a talent. And I look forward to seeing her more and more, because wow. If her teammates played at her level, Spain would have been very good today. That's how good Putellas was. And then you got to give credit to what's her name again? It's hard to pronounce. Thembi Kgatlana for South Africa. She was electric all game. She She was running at defenders. She was creating chaos against the Spanish defense. To be fair, the Spanish defense was split in half with a midfield, but she just ran at them and she created dangerous situations. So props to her, and I think she's going to be a handful for a lot of defenses in the group stages. Then for South Africa, it was bittersweet because she played a fantastic game. The central defender called Van Wyk, Janine Van Wyk, but she's the one that brought Spain back into the game when it was 1-0 because she committed the offense for a penalty. So, but it's hard. I mean, she put her hands in a non-natural position. We can't be too critical of her because she was great all game. And then I also want to give a bit of credit to number 9, Linda Mofalo for South Africa. She didn't do much. She didn't touch the ball much, to be honest. But when she did, she was calm. She was composed. She passed it. She made nice runs. She crossed a couple balls into the box. And I thought she did a great job before being substituted. But props to her because I thought it was a really good game. And I don't think many people are going to talk about her. So, so well done. And lastly, we're going to talk about the talking points of the match. And there's two penalties. First penalty, hands up, no problem. It's a penalty. By the way the rules have been going lately in the Champions League, for example, with like the PSG Manchester United one, or really any game, handball in the box. If it's in an unnatural position, it's going to be given a handball. And then second penalty, she's just clearing the ball away. Vilakazi, she's clearing the ball away. She gets her boot in the inner 5 of Spanish striker. Nothing she can do about it. Wrong call in my opinion. VAR got it wrong, but it's done. But credit to Hermoso for scoring the goal. Spain's gonna need to be much better because they're awful today. Awful, slow in the build up. Just didn't show. They lacked speed. I think lacked intensity, lacked speed, lacked passion. It even seemed like at times they're just slow. And give props to South Africa. Difficult to break down and scary going forward with that speed. So yeah. That's my summary for this game. I'll see you later for the last game of the day between Norway and Nigeria. I'll give you a little prediction. I think it's going to finish 4-1 to Norway. See you guys later.